So tell me then, Brenda, I understand you've written before, is that correct?
A book, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so tell me about this book.
Well, actually, this happened when I got separated. A couple of years before that, actually about 3 years, I got this slight thought, nudge, that I should be writing. And I thought, are you kidding? What am I going to write? And you know, the inner critic came out and said, what have you got to say that somebody else hasn't already said? You know, all those things, you know? And who's going to read it, you know? And can you do it better than others have? So I put it on the shelf.
Right.
And then this
Bad idea.
but this came back again, and I knew for sure, because it came back about writing, and so I thought, okay, so what can I write? So I started with writing just newsletters, and I started to really like it, and worked on it and developed it, actually even before I got separated, just a few. And then after that, I got it quite big to write a book. And the opportunity came to, you know, you've heard of Chicken Soup for the Soul? Mm-hmm. It's based on the same thing. It's live the life you love. So I wrote just one chapter with other people also writing for the book. And the book that came out was Living in Clarity.
Okay.
And and one of the authors was Wayne Dyer, and also Tony Robbins.
Wow.
Yeah, and many other people like
Wow.
Alex Mendosian, you know,
Wow.
that were in.
So how did it feel to be
It felt good. I'll tell you, what was so amazing is when I decided to do that, I literally wrote that chapter in a matter of, believe it or not, in a matter of about half an hour. It just flowed.
Wow.
Yeah, I never did anything that amazing that quickly.
So what was that chapter about?
Well, I talked about how you can actually find out what your the clues to what your gifts and talents are. You know, I connected them. So I actually saw this in my own life. Remember, I talked to you when I was a little girl, what I did, and looking back, you see, sometimes you need to look back. I saw this happening all the way. All the way. I went to the lab. I took lab training. I became a laboratory technologist. But then I started to teach, right? When I got the
so there's always steps leading up to your whatever big thing you're going to do. Right?
And so when I did aromatherapy, I became a practitioner. But then I didn't even do this consciously. It was such a heartfelt thing. Yeah. I took the courses to become an instructor.
Right.
And all the way I did this. It's the same thing with theta healing.
Right.
You know, I mean, I could go.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I became a practitioner, and then it's just such an automatic thing.
Yeah. And then you ended up teaching it.
Teaching it. Yeah.
Right. Wow.
So so I wrote about that.
Wow, that's excellent. So then, when you come and do a presentation at Astral, you're going to talk about these massive mistakes that practitioners make, right?
Right.
So when they come here, what are they going to expect?
Well,
what are they going to walk away with?
They're going to first know how to avoid these mistakes and how to correct them.
Okay.
So that they don't have to do the mistakes. You know, once you know the mistake and you know how to correct it, then you're
set.
Yes.
So then the onus is on them now. They've got the tools and they've got to put them into practice.
And that's usually where people trip up. So
there'll be a Part B course that helps them with that, right?
Exactly. Because you know, you can learn so much, only so much in a 2-hour workshop
presentation.
Yes. So I give them the opportunity to do that.
Wow, exciting life and exciting lessons in your life. Is there anything that I haven't asked you about or you want to share with the audience?
Let's see. I think it's just those people that really are ready and this resonates with them. The universe is calling us to take the risk, you know, to do what, your heart is calling you to do. And if you don't do that, then what happens is you'll be still doing the
routines,
the same things that you've been doing, making the same mistakes, going nowhere, being stuck. So whenever these things come, I mean, for my own self, when I see things and it resonates, there was a reason I was drawn to that, called to that, right? Partly is the intention, you know, you're asking, you're putting it out there, and the universe hears you and then gives you the answer. Well, now it's up to you, like everything else.
Yeah, of course, everything's up to you.
Yes, to take what's,
charge.
Yeah, what's given to you, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you let that opportunity go.
Right.
And then you have to stop.
Can't be just a giver, you have to be a receiver.
Receiver,
too.
exactly, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure.
Loved being here. Thank you.
Thank you.